Francis, come. It does not mean literally that when you are quarreling with somebody, maybe people are talking, and before you know it, tower. Then you will hold your ear. And if you slap somebody like this, he say, turn the other cheek, or turn. Can I slap the same distance? For me to slap this cheek, I need to give him backhand, right? Backhand in Hebrew, in the Jewish culture, means insult. So it's not necessarily physical violence. So what Jesus is saying is, number one, you do not revenge insults or injuries when it is done. Jesus is not saying that if you are quarreling with somebody, now if I'm quarreling with him and I know that he's a hot tempered person, I know he can strike me, and I know that if he strikes me, it's not that he can beat me in fight too. I feel kill himself. Do you understand? What Jesus is saying, that you as a Christian should take measure to ensure that you do not escalate violence, and where it happens, do not meet violence with violence. Rather, try to do what? Sue for peace. And one of the ways to sue for peace is through what? Forgiveness. So if by mistake I was not aware, this guy slaps me, I know they turn to the other cheek, I will go back. You shift back. Now, why did you slap me? Now, you remember when Jesus was slapped now. So you don't take this literally. When Jesus was slapped in the high court, in the chief priest court, you remember when he was caught? He was slapped now, remember. Did he turn the other cheek? He rather said to the guy, say, nah, why are you slapping me? I'm sure he stepped back so that the guy will not give another one. He said, why did you slap me? Have I said anything wrong? So it is not literal that Jesus is speaking, that when somebody slaps you, you say, in the name of the Father, Son, and the Holy Spirit, I bet slap me the other one so that I will go to heaven. No, that's not what Jesus is saying. He's taking it literally. He's simply saying, when there is any, whether it's physical insult or verbal insult done against you, don't revenge. That's a symbolic way of saying it. In other words, a Christian should not be provoked to the extent that you allow the animalistic instincts in you to take over the spirit. The second reading says, you are the temple of God, and God's spirit does what? Lives inside you. Whether it's by words or by action, that prayer, all my enemies will die by fire. Number one, is a useless prayer. Number two, God does not listen to that prayer. Stop wasting your time. He does not listen to it. Like I have told those who like to be doing that prayer, if God were to be listening to that prayer, many people would have died now. Since you started saying that prayer, what has caught fire? Catch fire. Where have you seen fire? Anyone who says, I will not marry this year, the person will die by fire. They know they die. They will not die. They will only die when God wants them to do what? So that is not that your prayers. Stop wasting your time. It only aggravates your anger and excites your sensibility and nothing more. It's a useless prayer. And if all of us were to pray for our enemies to die, what makes you think that you will be alive by now? If God were to answer that die by fire prayer for enemies, what makes you think you will be alive? The fact that I am not your enemy does not mean you are not another person's enemy. Don't think your enemy is only the person you have quarreled with. So if God were to be answering that prayer, many people would have gone by now. Because as you are praying against your own enemy, the other enemies too will be doing what? Praying against. So if God were to be answering that prayer, now some people go jump, and you don't even know who your enemy is. You can say that prayer now, and your own person closest to you will just drop them.
Sign up with the largest community of Catholics online. Make new friends, chat, post pictures and videos, make and receive audios and video calls, interact with lots of priests and religions. Download the app from Google Play Store.